Interrupt your programming again to bring you a live look at the demonstrations and protests that continue right now in downtown Charleston. We go live to News 2 reporter Raymond Owens, who is in downtown. Let's take a look. Raymond?
Yes, Taylor, this has escalated to an incredible level. I've never seen anything like this in downtown Charleston myself. We're going to walk over here a little closer. I'm here at Calhoun and King Street. Law enforcement just chased several guys down the road here. There's a helicopter hovering above where we're at right now. You can see a lot of activity happening. My photog, David, was just trying to shoot video here a minute ago. Some protesters grabbed the camera, tried to throw it on the ground. It's a very, very tense situation. You can see gas of some sort in the air behind me. Law enforcement has this entire area shut down. I'm seeing police officers right here behind me running down the street. There was a couple of different, you see some police cars now driving down here as well. There were a couple of different people that tried to run down the street here and law enforcement chased them. You can see this is an extremely, extremely tense situation. Definitely not a safe situation. You can actually see why they are calling for an 11 p.m. curfew. Now, just to give you an idea, a number of protesters were walking down King Street, kind of from the market area, and headed this way and kind of continued down King Street right now. And we're going to walk over here a little bit, see what else we can show you from where we're at here right now. It's unbelievable. I see something being thrown down the street. There's actually a couple of things being thrown down at the officers, or at least coming down King Street toward Calhoun. That's Marion Square right over here, just to give you an idea of where we're at right now. If you're not familiar, this is a very, very active, very, very tense situation in downtown Charleston. Like I said, I've never seen anything like this here in the Charleston area. And you can see police with riot gear lining up here at King Street. You can see police with riot gear lining up right here on King Street. We're at Calhoun. This is where the protesters just came from. You can see a number. Let's look over here, up King Street here. You can see protesters kind of walking back this direction. They're throwing things. It looks like I see an officer. They're throwing things at a police officer right now. And you can see up here in the air, we have the helicopter basically hovering in this area. You know, the police chief told us a few minutes ago that crimes were happening downtown, and that's clearly still happening as we stand here right now live. And you can see, a large group of law enforcement right here in riot gear, basically blocking off King Street at this point. It's very, very, very tense. Like I said, I don't know how else to describe it other than this is a very serious incident. It looks like something is, somebody's throwing a smoke bomb or something over here. It just looks like something you might get at a fireworks stand that is smoking. And you see people are throwing things. I see some things being thrown into the crowd over here of police officers, law enforcement there. And you can see a lot of smoke over here. They're throwing drinks. It's just a lot of stuff happening out here. It is very, very intense. And you can see the crowds are over here. This is toward Marion Square. And they're not at all interested in peace at this point. Oh, here's a police car driving down the road now, and things are being thrown at it as it comes down King Street. Look out, we got people are throwing stuff. Here we go, a bunch of them running this way now. They're running down King Street. Something must have just happened over here. And we see we've got something that looked like it was just thrown from the police, from the law enforcement side. This must be a smoke canister of some sort. It's definitely putting in a large amount of smoke, and law enforcement seems to be trying to kind of take back, if you will, King Street. This is really incredible to see this and to realize this is happening in Charleston, South Carolina. I've grown up here. This is not something that I've ever seen. And like I said, it's a very, very tense situation. I had a couple just now driving up, and they asked what's going on, and I suggested that they need to, find somewhere else to stay if they have to stay right here tonight. That's just my suggestion. But it's a lot of activity happening here downtown. We're going to continue to keep you updated on everything happening here in downtown. Live in downtown Charleston, I'm Raymond Owens. Back to you.
We're down here in Charleston. We're on the corner of Meeting and Calhoun Street, So Marion Square is just off to my right. You guys just heard from Raymond Owens. He's on the other side of Marion Square. If you take a look, there's a heavy police presence right over my shoulder. You can see they basically have this corner blocked off, with the exception if you're coming down Meeting, you can turn on to Calhoun going away from Marion Square. There's a helicopter in the sky. You know, you heard that from Raymond. We're not seeing as much action on this side of the street. There are some flares here in the road. Again, cops are basically have this corner blocked off as you're going to get a look, but really there's not a whole lot going on in this corner. Not a lot of people here, just cops really blocking this off. Again, there's flares in the road. Traffic is pretty much stopped in this section. Again, we're on the corner of Meeting and Calhoun Street, so the opposite side of Marion Square. We just saw our News 2's Raymond Owens reporting. But again, it's just nothing, like Raymond said, there's no way to really describe what we're seeing. Basically, people are just kind of walking around down here right now. Again, like I said, cops are lining the street. People are just kind of walking. A lot of people are coming our direction. So from Marion Square up Calhoun towards Meeting, a lot of people seem to be coming this way towards us right now. But again, there's just some flares in the road. We haven't seen any tear gas or anything of that nature on our end of things right now. Again, there's a helicopter in the sky. Right now, it doesn't seem like there's any sense of panic or fear right now. Things are a little tense. There are people walking by. A lot of people are just coming away from Marion Square, but right now things are still kind of calm on this on the corner of Meeting and Calhoun. So again, we're going to be down here with downtown Charleston, bringing you guys live reports through the evening. News 2's Riley Benson.
Thank you so much, Riley. Of course, what you just saw there, we have crews right now on both sides of Marion Square at King and Calhoun, as well as Calhoun and Meeting Street. As you can see, the protest that started there earlier today, like we showed you, took a big contrast from earlier. So earlier we had protests that were mostly peaceful, where hundreds gathered in solidarity with the death of George Floyd. Those have now taken a turn. Police are asking you, of course, to avoid this area. The protests have gotten a little out of hand, taken a little bit of a violent turn. We've heard reports of windows being smashed, a patrol car window being smashed, and as you can see, kind of a standoff happening right now on King Street and Marion Square between police and, of course, demonstrators, as police try and take back that area and ask people to go home. It is important to remember that countywide there is a curfew, starting at 11 p.m. tonight, and that will last until 7 a.m. in the morning. So it is really time to stay indoors and stay safe. Of course, we will be monitoring this all evening long. We will keep you updated on air and online at CalDon2.com. Of course, join us back here at 11 o'clock for News 2. Thank you.